Slightly better from Coleman.
And out 4-5.
I think he's had some good opportunities to take the ball in short, but he needs just that little bit more severity in the hitting. It's all, sometimes a little bit too...
Well, that was a bit of a guess from Coleman, which is silly.
And out 6-7.
You know, it's good width. He didn't need to do this here. We're going to have to do a court inspection. Let's go through certain areas which you're looking to target. Some wider nicks in certain areas that the ball will stay in for sure. Remember it from last year.
It's a tidy finish. Good pressure from Rösner.
10-all. A player must win by 2 points.
Yeah, he's kept his
Each
concentration
player has 1 review
Rösner.
available.
Oh, nice.
Width.
Oh, goodness me, this is good work here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unlucky for Coleman. Whacks his shin.
12-10. Game to Rösner. Rösner leads 1 game to love.
It's a really good rally. It was unfortunate, just managing the wrong shot selection. Rösner had that in the desert hit.
Well, you know why it's been an improved second game from Coleman. It's because he smacked his leg with a racket.
Ah, it's you going. Hope you don't bring that into your coaching.
And out 4-9.
Well, if Rösner comes back from here,
Coleman.
PJ, I'll buy you a new cap.
Come on, Karim. That's quality, brilliant. That's one hell of a nice follow through he's got there, Ben Coleman. Very, very picturesque. Ooh.
Very, very Essex. 6 game balls.
What do you mean? He's guessed again.
Oh, he's guessed it and he's hit the frame.
He's whiffed it for a winner.
So talking about him not guessing, he's guessed 2, and you can't try this at home because you could injure yourself and your opponent. But it all counts. It all counts. Who would you put your money on, Peach? Who would you put your Qatari Riyals? Bearing in mind it's nearly 5 to the pound here.
Oh. I'm feeling Rösner's now kicked himself into gear. He underestimated Ben Coleman in that second game, and I guess there from the Englishman.
7-2.
I think he's just going to come through these last 2
So
games.
short.
Yeah, it's all because of Nicky, really. This is more like it from Rösner.
And up 10-2. Game all.
8 game balls. Very quick.
Now,
there's the error.
11-2.
So
Game to Rösner.
Ben Coleman, and I think this is a
Rösner
good move
leads
from
2
him,
games to 1.
considering that 3rd game, intelligently asking for a new
Coleman
ball.
has asked for a new
I
ball.
would concur with that
and
one.
he
That
is
will be the
entitled
3rd
for
ball used already in this match, with the guys breaking the first ball within the first couple of rallies. But Rösner,
No, really was first out. For me, anywhere from about 4 o'clock onwards was a decent time just to get the body going and get myself prepared. Wasn't a great early riser. Still not a great early riser.
well, only when you're jet lagged. So
9-2.
It's a great line, the old affected and prevented. I don't think anybody really knows what it means.
it just bamboozles players.
It confuses everybody. Oh, that's quality. Really hit down on this with some serious severity.
10-2.
Check this
Match
out.
ball.
Uses the whole body, the knees and the hips sinking into that cross court. 8 match balls for the German. So we've gone the first man into the second round of this World Championships. Oh, he slipped and he's gone for the winner.
No let. 11-2. Match to Rösner.
It was a rather strange
3
way
games
to
to
finish.
1.
I think the
12-10.
German slipping here
4-11,
completely confuses Ben Coleman.
11-2.
Yeah, it's the See, literally the skid boast and the skid on the floor. Simon Rösner gets through comfortably in the last 2 games. 3 games to 1, book his place into the second round here in Qatar. You know, he had to wait in Cairo for a long period of time, and he came here a little bit earlier to prepare for this event, to refresh his mind. So what I'm saying is he should be chomping at the bit
And
to
out
have
5-6.
a massive tournament.
No, ball was not good.
Very solid rally there from Diogo Elias. He needed that.
7-6.
Just to put a bit of a stamp on this lead now at 7.
Intent with his play. Not sure about that one.
It's like the volley base, isn't it? It's
Very
just
odd. I mean, he did
out.
really well there,
10-8.
Yuen, up
game
until
ball.
this shot. I mean, that was like a badminton
Yeah.
fade across the net.
100%,
wasn't it?
exactly
When
what
we
I was
used to
thinking.
play it. You know, we used to play so much badminton.
No,
Well, this is probably why.
11-8. Game to Elias. Elias
You know,
leads.
so there's no doubt for me. I just literally make him ghost and do ghosting and ghosting, lots of physical work, and have lots of treatment and do a very good warm up and warm down, keep that body on top of the body. A lot of massage, a lot of physio work, a lot of kind of mobility, strength, and a lot of movement work. Like I'm talking hard.
if Yuen is going to have his day today, it's going to be 1-all here, but each time this has happened, we see Elias just stepping it up again, but that's a better line there from Yuen and very aggressive on the volley. Need to see that a bit more.
Yuen proving to be a slightly awkward customer for him. Flying around the court.
Another 11-9.
So the quick
Game to
attack from the
Elias.
back of the
Elias
court,
leads
catching the
3
Malaysian
games
slightly
to 1.
flat. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful score.
4-2.
Big stretch on his
Mr.
knee.
Yuen, are you okay?
It's a big stretch on his knee.
Yeah.
That last lunge there. Oof.
I think it had to do with the contact during the rally. That's why Elias is apologising to him. He collected him on the way through, Joe.
I'd be barking at him from the crowd.
Well, that cross-court nick attempt from Yuen, that was an absolute howler, Joey. That you could have, and that's the problem with that is he's got to expect that a player of the quality of Diogo Elias is going to come up with Oh, he's gone for it. The previous attempt was a howler, and that was an absolute screamer.
11-0.
Have a look at this one, Joey.
Well, what do you do? He's not going to get a let ball for that one. So there's the offer of the handshake, and the nod of the head. So the Peruvian Puma managing to close out after a slightly wayward end to that third game against Ivan Yuen.
That's a pretty tidy start. I was just wondering how he would handle the nerves of this this occasion against the former world #1, and there's your answer. Anything slightly loose away from the side walls from Dussourd it's certainly being punished. In fact, he's in such a rush at the moment. Gawad, we haven't even got time for replays here, Johnny. He's absolutely it's on a mission.
His heart rate is just blipping about at 160. Now, that's not much for him because
No,
he
he's
generally does have a high heart rate when he's working.
Yeah.
So Dussourd definitely does practice the backhand overhead cross-court nick at the end of training a lot because he's shown himself to be quite adept at that one, but you're not going to hit 11 of those, and he finds himself down 6 game balls here. I've sort of dealt with it for a long time, and
back to
you awaken the ghosts and the demons once again, and they're circling over me. I don't know if he's watching, but Jonathan Power completely demolished me once at the TOC in front of a packed house. I'll come back to it perhaps, because I think we could be heading to the end of this game here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, it's certainly taking a shot.
A 10 game ball.
As we've mentioned already in the show, that it's a very chilly venue here in Qatar. It's boiling out. Yes, tidy work again.
11-4. Gawad.
Slightly overhit on the cross court from Dussourd. Comes around the angles, and then you see anything there. It's a bit of a strange movement.
Wonderful deep overhead there, which sets up the drop winner, but that overhead to the back there had so much deception on it, PJ. Dussourd was worried about the cross nick, which he'd seen earlier, so he pushed up and...
If that, John, I think you're being generous, mate. Oh, touché, mon ami.
And now, 10-all. A player must win by 2 points. Each player has...
That's very clever. Good awareness from Gawad. Dussourd kind of caught in the middle of the court.
3 games to love.
Straight drive off the wide cross court.
11-8, 13-11.
So Karim Abdel-Gawad managed to wrap things up finally in the 3rd game, but he faced a bit of stiff resistance there from Dussourd. He showed mentally that he was able to stick to the task. Now he's going to have a few words with Andy Taylor.
It was interesting. He was a little bit under the weather in his semi-final against Ali Farag. Combination of a few things, a little bit of a tummy scenario, but also.
Yeah, encouraging work there from the Qatari.
4-10 gimbal. 11-4 game to Coll.
Returned with interest by Paul Coll.
Well, Paul Coll, a wicked shot there.
Again.
That's unbelievable. The way he's
Gawad
prep, yeah. He's got the prep up there, the threatening, and then very good skills. He's unbelievable. He's got Paul Coll doing some work here. It's well played, but I mean, terrific skill level in that front left-hand corner. Qatari's got a lot of tricks there, PJ.
Certainly has. Done it again.
11-4. Game to Coll. Coll leads 2 games to love. Hand out, 1-all.
Yeah, it's certainly a shot that is starting to be introduced or included in the artillery there from Paul Coll, the hard low cross court.
But 7 match balls for Coll, and there we have it. First 2 games, there was some decent work there from Al-Amri.
11-4.
The Qatari, some really interesting skill levels. 21, and we've got Lex Luthor with a long beard who's going to interview Superman.